Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaste. Today we move on to the next chapter, that is the 33rd chapter of Natya Shastra, which deals with Pushkara Vadya, that is the covered instruments. Bharata has given the details of Tata Atodya, Gana Atodya and Sushira Atodya earlier. So this refers to the Avanadha or Pushkara Vadya. That is, these are the 4 elements of 4 varieties of Vadyas or the instruments seen according to Bharata. He says, Tata Atodya Vidistvesha Maya Proktaha Samasataha Avanadha Vibhagena Lakshanam Karma Chaivahi. So, he says that he shall now speak about the Avanadha Vibhaga, the varieties of Avanadha and their Lakshanas and the Karma, the actions, how it has to be played. Atodhyanam Pravakshyami Vidhim Vadanamevacha, the rules regarding the playing of the instruments. Mridanga Panavanam cha Dardurasya Tathaivacha. These are the 3 main instruments mentioned by Bharata. What are they? Mridanga, Panava and Dardura. Gandharvam Chaiva Vadyam cha Swatina Naradena cha Vistara Guna Sampanna Muktam Lakshana Karmataha. He says, Swati and Narada have respectively spoken about the Gandharva and the playing of musical instruments together with their quality of amplitude and their characteristics and functions. Now, Bharata says that he is going to deal with all these Vadyas. Here he gives a beautiful story connected with this Avanadha Vadya, origin of Avanadha Vadya. Anuvritya tatha Swater Atodhyanam Samasataha Paushkaranam Pravakshyami Nirvrittim Sambhavam Tata. Now he says he will speak about the origin and development of Pushkara Vadyas. So what is the story here? Anadhyaye Kadachitu Swatirvai Durdine Dine Jalashayam Jagamatha Salilanayanam Prati. During the intermission of the studies in the rainy season, Swati once went to the lake for fetching water. This is the story. Having gone to the lake, Indra, by great torrential rains, commenced to make the world one vast ocean. Then in this lake, torrents of water falling with the force of wind made clear sound on the leaves of lotus. So, the rainfall on the lotus leaves. That sound was heard by Swati. Now the sage, hearing suddenly this sound due to torrents of rain, considered it to be a wonder and started observing it carefully. Now, after observing the high, medium and low sound produced on the lotus leaves as deep, sweet and pleasing, he went back to his hermitage. And after coming to the hermitage, he devised the mridangas, and then the pushkaras, panavas and darduras with the help of Vishwakarma. So this is a beautiful story connected with the origin of these Pushkaravadyas. Then on seeing the Dundubi of gods, he made Muraja, Alingya, Urdhvaka and Angika. That is, the shloka goes thus: Devanam Dundubim Drishtva Chakara Murajam Tataha Alingyam Urdhvakam Chaiva Tathaivaangikam Evacha. Then what did he do? He covered these mridanga and panava with hide and bound them with strings. Charmana chavanadastan mridangan dardurans tatha tantribihi panavam chaiva muha poha visharadaha. He also made other drum varieties such as jallari, pataha, etc. and covered them with the hide. So now he adds which are the major varieties and which are the minor varieties in connection to these instruments. Among the string instruments, Vipanchi and Chitra are major varieties, and Kachapa and Ghoshaka are minor varieties. Among the drums, Mridanga, Dardura and Panava are major ones, while Jallari and Pataha are minor ones. Among the hollow instruments, the flute Vamsha has the characteristics of the major limbs of the performance, and the conch shell and Dakkini of the minor variety. So the use of the drums or the instrument should be connected with the major activity of the drama and minor activities of the drama. That is, major performance and minor performance, or he also says major limbs and minor limbs. Of course, limbs are the parts of performances. So now he says how these instruments are used. Nasti kinchidanayojyam atodyam dasharupake rasa bhava prayogam tu jnatva yojyam vidhanataha. Rasa bhava prayogam tu jnatva yojyam vidhanataha. There is no instrument which cannot be used in the varieties of rupakas, that is the dasharupakas. Each kind of instrument may be used in a play after considering the rasa and bhava element, he says. Then where are the other occasions to be used? Utsave chaiva yane cha nripanam mangaleshu cha shubha kalyana yoge cha vivaha karane tatha पुत्रादिके समुत्पन्ने संग्रामे संकुले ईदृशेषु च कार्येषु सर्व आतोद्यानि वादयेत्. He says the festival, in a royal procession, in a mangala ceremony, auspicious and a happy occasion, at the time of marriage, birth of son, in the battle when many fighters assemble, and during all these acts, all the musical instruments should be played. So we saw the dance is to be performed during these occasions. Same way, all the instruments are to be performed during these occasions. Then he adds, small number of instruments are to be performed during ordinary household affairs. During expeditionary marches and performance of a play, all the instruments are to be performed. So there should be a difference. If it is a very simple, ordinary household affair, then less number of instruments are to be played. But if it is an extraordinary affair or a performance where expeditions happens, then all the instruments are to be performed. He also adds that for the harmonious blending of different limbs of the performance, these instruments are to be performed, and also for covering the fault, these instruments are to be performed, because these instruments and these sounds attract people in enjoying the performance. So the fault of the performance of the theatre as such will not be noticed if the musical instruments are well played, he says. Now he starts speaking about the covered instruments, and here again he talks about the karanas and the jatis connected with these instruments. The actions are the karanas. So all the instruments covered with hide, such as the Tripushkara or the Pushkara varieties, are called as Avanadda Vadya. Yavanti Charmanadhani Hi Atodhyani Vijottamaha Tani Tripushkaradhyani Tu Avanadham iti smritam. These have 100 varieties, he says. Now he starts explaining the Tripushkara variety. Because these have no harshness of sound, the latter produce no distinct notes. For them, no regulated strokes are necessary, no distinct syllables are available for them, and they require no marjana. These are the details given here, because this is a very simple variety of playing, he says. That is why he starts with this Tripushkara. What are they? By the playing of Bheri, Pataha and Bhamba, as well as Dundubi and Dundimas, one desires the depth of sound from their slackness and extensive surfaces. So these instruments are mentioned here. These are generally to be played with a view to time and occasion. Now the rules for the Tripushkara, what are they? Meters depends on Vasu, and it is of two kinds. Those relates to notes and those relates with words. Generally, when you connect with the playing of the instruments, especially the Avanadda Vadya, some method of playing even now is based on the words. That is, the words carrying the meaning. Sometimes it is based on the tala or note patterns, swara patterns, where it is based on the particular alignment or particular combination of the swara, which is based on the talas. So it can be either based on the tala or swara patterns or based on the words or the lyrics, he says. Meters relating to words carrying meaning express the bhava and rasa, and those relating to the notes depend only on the instrumentation, playing of the instruments. So it is not connected with the particular bhava of that word. So we all know 7 are the notes in the veena. From those have come out the notes of musical instruments. Shariryameva veenayam swaraha sapta prakirtitaha tebhyo vinisritaschaivam atodyeshu dvijottamaha पूर्वं शरीरात् भूताः स्वरा गच्छन्ति दारवीं ततः पुष्करजं चैवं अनुयान्ति घनं पुनः. So he says notes comes out first from the human body, then go to the veena, and then they go to the pushkara and solid instruments. Along with veena, you have to take the sound of vamsha also. So from sharira to the tata atodhya, along with the sushira atodhya, and then it goes to avanadda and ghana atodhya. Strokes on them by various movements are to be known as giving shelter to the words. They are always to be applied to the playing of veena at the time of battles, he says. The strokes are to be used. Yesham bahvi ranairnyeya prahara vachanashrayaha युद्धादिभिः सदा योज्या वीणावाद्येषु योक्तृभिः. So these strokes which are played, of course, in avanadavadya and also in the tatavadya like veena, this should be during the time of battle, he says. So the chords, playing of chords will be seen, will be heard in the scene of battle sequences. He also says in the veena of the human body there should be vashkarana. Vashkarana is a term which mentions the mnemonic patterns such as Jintu, Jagati, Kat, etc. So, we have already seen in the chapter of Purvaranga, Jantum, Jagadipa, the terms like that. Here he says Jittum, Jagati, Kaditi. All these terms are like mnemonic patterns. And here he considers the human body itself as a veena. So the notes produced by the singer should be produced by the musical instruments, and they should contain light and heavy syllables showing appropriate yati and pani. Now he moves on to the aspects of Pushkaravadya. What are they? He says Pushkara instruments have the following aspects: 16 syllable sounds, that is the aksharas, 4 margas, then vilepanas, then 6 karanas, 3 yatis, 3 layas, 3 gatis, 3 pracharas, 3 yogas, 3 panis, 5 pani prahata, and 3 praharas, 3 marjanas, 18 jatis, and 20 prakaras. So he is now going to explain these technical terms in the further shlokas of this chapter. So this is also one of the elaborate chapters. If you are interested in playing the mridanga or the pushkara vadyas, you should know the techniques from this shastra. So he says the 16 syllable sounds like ka, kha, ga, gha, ta, tha, dha, na, ta, tha, da, dha, etc. These come under the 16 syllable sounds which are to be used in the Vashkarana of the Pushkara Vadya. That is the mnemonic sounds got from the Pushkara Vadya. Then the 4 margas given: Alipta, Addita, Gomukha and Vitasta marga. Then the Vilepanas, they are plasterings of Savya, that is Vama and Urdhvaka, he says. Vama is left, Urdhvaka is top. The 6 Karanas, Rupa, Krita Pratikrita, Pratibheda, Rupa Shesha, Ogha and Pratishushka. Then the 3 Yatis, Sama, Shrotogata, Gopucha. All these we have seen earlier. Then the 3 Layas, Druta, Madhya, Vilamba, that is the quick, medium and slow. The 3 Gatis, Tattva, Ghana and Vogha, that is Tattva, Ghana or Anugata and Ogha. The 3 Pracharas, Sama, Vishama and Sama Vishama Prachara. The 3 Samyogas, Guru, Lagu and Guru Lagu. The 3 Panis, Sama, Avara and Uparipani. The 5 Pani Prahatas, Samapani, Ardhapani, Ardhardhapani, Parshvapani and Pradeshini Prahata. Then the 3 Praharas, controlled, semi-controlled and free. They are 3 in number. They are Nirgrihita, Ardha Nirgrihita and Mukta. That is controlled, semi-controlled and free. 3 Marjanas, Mayuri, Ardhamayuri and Karmaravi. 18 Jatis, Shuddha, Ekarupa, Deshanurupa, Deshadapeta Rupa, Paryaya, Vishkambha, Parshni, Samasta, Dushkara Karana, Urdhva Goshtita, Uchitika, Evam Vadya, Mridanga Panava, Avakirna, Ardhavakirna, Samplava and Vidhuta. Then comes the 20 Prakaras: Chitra, Sama, Vibhakta, Chinna, Chinnavidha, Anuvidha, Swarupanugata, Anushruta, Vichyuta, Durga, Avakirna, Ardhavakirna, Ekarupa, Parikshipta, Sachikrita, Samalekha, Chitralekha, Sarva Samvaya and Tridha. So he says the 16 syllable sounds which have to be mentioned before applying to the Pushkaras, such as Panava, Dardura and Mridanga as well. So these are the details given by Bharata. So in noting down the Shastra, at least we will be able to connect it with the Prayoga of present days, maybe a little bit. We know the Layas, the Panis, some of the Pracharas, some of the Gatis, the speed we know, which is again connected with the present day terminologies. So some of the terminologies are connected with present day practice, but some have been obsolete in this century. Next, he moves on to the production of consonants and vowel sounds in drums. He gives a detailed description, especially in the prose form. He adds how the sound is produced by two hands and are made by combining these sounds, especially in the Angika, Mridanga and Pushkaras, etc. So then he talks about the 5 hand strokes, varieties of strokes, which is by the Pani Prahata and the left-handed, the half-handed, the quarter face, hand side, and with the forefinger. All these are explained here. Then the 4 margas are explained by Bharata. The combination of the strokes of Vamaka and Urdhvaka, that is Alipta. Again the Vitasta marga. All these are given in detail, connected with the combination of the strokes. So here in this chapter we can find different mnemonic syllables like gring, gring, ghatta, greng, matti, matti, mata, matatti, dhing, mana, greng, krang, kati, katang, twangite, tu ankite. In the Ankita, these type of sounds are seen in different Mridanga, Panava, Dardura Vadyas. You have Gag, Greng, Ga, Taki, Ta, Gr, Gring, Go, Kitti, Ghen, Dhang. All these syllables are meaningless syllables. As we saw in the Purvaranga chapter, these give happiness to the Asuras. They please them, and that is how these are to be included in the performance, Bharata has said. So here we see these types of syllables which are to be used in different varieties of instruments, and also in different margas like Addita marga, Vitasta marga, Alipta, all these. So he also talks about how the hands are to be used. It's interesting that he says in striking the Vamaka, Urdhvaka and Madhyaka, the left hand should be used, and in striking the Savya and Urdhvaka should be used the right hand, and in the Vishama Prachara. Then he says similarly the 2 hands should be used in crosswise stroke in the Vitasta marga, and the same is to be done in Vishama Prachara also. So these types of playing the strokes are given here. Then in connection with the sentiments, erotic and comedy, the instrument should be played in the Addita marga. In the heroic, marvelous and furious, it should be played in the Vitasta marga. The playing of the instrument in the pathetic sentiment in Alipta marga, and in odious and terrible it should be in Gomukha marga. So he says The instrument should be played in connection with the dance to suit the sentiments and the states and the sattva of the characters and their gestures, the mode of walking, location, etc. The shloka says, Rasabhava Sattva Yogam Drishtva Abhinayam Gati Pracharam Cha Vadyam Nritte Karyam Tatha Sthanam Samyogat. So it should be based on Sthana Samyoga. Now he explains how to play each and every instrument. Now he starts with the Dardura and Panava. In Panava he says, this should be played by the tip of the little finger in the loosely trimmed drum. By tightly trimmed Panava should be produced the words such as Dhatvo Dvana Dvana. The sound has to be produced. So these are the instructions given by Bharata for playing the instruments. Then playing the instruments such as Dardura. After Panava, the Dardura is mentioned here. How the strokes are to be controlled by the hands. The two hands are to be used to play. He also gives a tip. He says the sound will be wrongly produced if they are too swiftly done or done in quick succession. So he says, Shigra Karananubidhas Titireva Hi Vai Swaras Khalitam Syat Iti. He says, this is how it has to be played, not played. That is too quick or very fast or swiftly, it should not be played. So then he talks about playing together the three pushkaras. So how to play the three pushkaras simultaneously? The Mridanga, Panava and Dardura. So here he mentions this as the three pushkaras. The three pushkara vadya. Dardura, Panava and Mridanga. Next he speaks about the 6 karanas to play in these varieties of pushkara vadyas. Then the 3 yatis. We know Dhruta, Madhya and Vilambita yati. How to play in these yatis. Then the 3 marjanas. Then he also talks about the earth for marjana of Vamaka and Urdhvaka. So this marjana of Vamaka and the Urdhvaka should be done by means of earth, that is the mud. The earth which contains no gravel, sand, grass and husks of grain, and which does not stick, and not which is white, alkaline, pungent, yellow, black, sour or bitter, is suitable for plastering, and with it one should make marjanas. He also adds the blackish earth from the river bank, which is fine after taking out the water for using for the marjanas. This is how he talks about the mud or the earth on the marjanas and the varieties of mridangas, panavas and darduras. Then he talks about the 3 samyogas, then the 3 ghatas, tattva, anugata and vogha. Then he talks about the playing which is by its measure of kala or kala and time equals the body to the song, shows conformity in tala. So that is how it is to be in the performance of slow, medium or quick tempo. So all these are to be followed while playing the Pushkara Vadyas. Then he also adds the details of 18 jatis connected with the playing of Pushkaravadya, and also the jatis connected with the playing of this Pushkaravadyas in relation to the particular bhava and rasa is given by Bharata. Then he specifies the playing of these vadyas in dhruvas. This is a very important section here. If you are connected with the Dhruva chapter, you should also know about this. So he says, for each and every Dhruva, the playing will be different. In case of Praveshiki Dhruva, the playing should be Anugata. In the Naishkramiki and Antara Dhruva, the playing should have all the three tempos, the layas. The Prasadiki Dhruva should have Dhruta laya, quick tempo, and the Dhruvas in general as given of 5 types. So accordingly, here the playing also should be given as the 3 layas should be added for these Dhruvas. So these instruments are to be especially used while Gati Prachara, that is the walking around of the characters. Evam Gati Prachareshu Vadyam Yojyam Prayoktribihi. He says how these instruments are to be used in Gati Prachara, that is the movement of the characters. According to some, this should begin with Shamya and Tala, and according to others with the middle finger, he says. Some say that it should begin with the empty space, Akasha, and others say it should start with the forefinger. So it is either the forefinger given here and middle finger here, or the empty space, just the space and then starting. So all these are mentioned here in connection with the Tala. Here in this chapter, we can see some beautiful shlokas which are connected to the performance and the playing of the instruments. Evamete budhair nyeya graha bhanda samashrayaha tandave sukumare cha vadyam vakshyamyata param. He says, I will be talking about how to play the instruments in Tandava, that is the Uddhata Prayoga, and Sukumara Prayoga, graceful movements. So these Bandavadyas are to be known how to play in these sequences. Abhandamekam ganasya parivartam prayojayet tasyante sannipatastu karyo banda graher budaihi. So one parivarta of the song should be without any accompaniment of the instruments, and at the end of this the graha should be the sannipatha in playing the instruments. So he says, without playing the instrument, then finish it with a sannipata graha. So now he also adds athava nritta shobhartam anganam parivartanam gitakasya prakartavyam layasya cha nivartanam. Or for the embellishment of dancers, there should be change of limbs of performance, and the change of tempo of the song should be made. So there should be change. It should not be in the same tempo, or it should not be in the same type of performance. It should change, and again same way the instrumentation should also change, he says. Yatra abhineyam angam tu na vadyam tatra yojayet yatra angahyara nrittam yatra angahara nrittam tu tatra vadyam prayojayet. So he says, when abhinaya is to be done, then there should be not music, instrumental music played. But when the dance consists of Angaharas, then the instrumental music should accompany the performer. So we have seen here, even in present day, when the Abhinaya is done, there should be mild instrumentation of the other Tata Atodhya, Sushira Atodhya, etc. But when the Nritta comes, the Pushkara Atodhya is played. Yatra Giti Vashad Angam Bhuyo Bhuyo Nivartate Tatradyam Abhineyam Tu Shesham Nrittena Yojayet. So, when due to the manner of its performance, a limb is repeated again and again, then first it should be accompanied by gestures, that is Abhinaya, and finally it should be connected with dance. That is, when it has to be repeated again and again, first repetition should be with Abhinaya and the second repetition with Nritta also. So that is what we do in present day performance. Generally, we perform as Abhinaya and add the Nritta to it or connect it with the Nritta patterns. Yad vrittam tu padam gane tadrisham vadyamishyate Gita vadya pramanena kuryat changa vicheshtitam. The playing of the drums should be similar in meter to that of the songs. The movement of limbs should be made in conformity to the measures of songs and of instrumental music. This is to be taken care of here. Vadyam guruvakshara kritam tatha alpakshara yojitam. Tatha alpakshara yojitam. Mukha upavahane karyam prakrishtam varnatas tatha. So the playing of drums in the mukha and upavahana or the upohana should consist of heavy syllables along with the light ones. And this should be prakrishta, loud, in the production of syllables of varna. So these are the details given in connection with the performance of dance and drama according to Bharata. He says, Samam raktham vibhaktam cha sputam shuddha praharajam nrittanga grahi layagnyahi vadyam karyam tu tandave. So in the case of Tandava, the playing of drums should be harmonious, sama, pleasing, rakta, and divided into the kalas and distinct sputa produced by simple strokes and accompanying the limbs of the performance. This is very clear how to perform the Vadya, Mridanga, Panava, Dardura, all these Pushkara Vadyas or Avanadha Vadyas. And in performances including the dance, that is the Tattva, followed by Anugata should be played in drums, and while performance without any dance, that is while reciting or the Abhinaya element is done, Tattva should be followed by Ogha. So these are the instructions given. He adds, Site madhye drute chapi yatha gane tu vadayet pada nrittangahare tu tenaiva prakarmena tu. The drum should be played in the occasions of slow, medium or quick tempo, as in case of a song. And same should be the method in the performance of the padas and the dance with angaharas also. Then he moves on to the 20 prakaras and their applications. Very detailed explanation on these. Then the seating of musicians in the kutapa, in the orchestral pit. It should be, the orchestra should be seated on the stage with their face to the east. The orchestra should be placed between the two doors of the Nepatya Griha. We already saw the Ranga Shirsha pattern in the second chapter of Natya Shastra. So there is the gateway for the Nepatya Griha on two sides of the Ranga Pita or Ranga Shirsha. The playing of Muraja, Mridanga, should face the stage, and to his right should sit the player of Panava, and to his left the player of Dardura. Here the orchestra relates first to the players of these Pushkara Vadyas. Among them a male singer will face to the north, to his left will be the Veena player, and to his right the flute players. And the female singer will face the male singer. That's the whole orchestra, he says. So then he moves on to explain the three patterns of Sama, then the varieties of drumming to suit particular occasions are given here again in detail. Then the faults of the drummers and also the characteristics of the drums. Tridha kriya mridanganam harita kiya vashraya tatha gopuchcha rupa cha bhavetyesham swarupataha. So the three shapes of mridangas are given here. The Ankika is like a myrobalan, and the Urdhvaka is like a barley, and the Alingya resembles the cow's tail. These are the shapes given, and characters of best hides. How the hides are to be selected for these mridanga. And making of the drums is given in detail in this chapter. How to bind and fix the drum, how to cleanse the drum, all these are added here. Then he says, after preparing all these instruments, then Swati, Seth Swati, brought about the similarity in their tones with those of clouds. That is the beauty of these instruments. Then he talks about the characteristics of Upahastas, that is, these are the five: Kartari, Samahasta, Hastapani, Vartana and Dandahasta. These are the five fingering techniques given by Bharata. Then the characteristics of good drummers. Earlier we saw the characteristics of the singers and also the Veena players and Vamsha players. Here he talks about the characteristics of the Mridanga players, qualities of a good Mridanga player. He should know how to give proper plastering to the drums and has undergone laborious training in the four margas, has earned success of all kinds and has no defect of limbs, has practiced all the karanas related to the mridanga, and knows the songs, the varieties of song, the sama, and knows the kinds of graha, knows how to perform good music, and he is called a good player of mridanga because of his varied qualities, says Bharata. Then the qualities of a Panava player, the general rules of drumming, and the qualities of the mridangam and the other varieties of drums are given here. And finally, he ends the chapter. He says, the playing of mridangas in which strokes are distinct, clear, well divided, loud though controlled, and adheres to the palm and includes the three marjanas and is so full of combination of pleasing notes, is mentioned for its quality, he says. This is the quality of the mridanga. And then he adds, one should take care of playing the mridangam properly, because it is the bed of all the dramatic arts and of course the dramatic instruments, he says. This playing and the songs being well performed, the productions of the play do not run any risk, he says. The shloka goes thus: Vadyeshu yatnaha pratamam tu karyaha shayyahi natyasya vadanti vadyam. Earlier he had given the Vachika Abhinaya itself is the Shayya. Vadyam cha gite cha suprayukte natya prayogo na vipattimeti. This is the shloka which says that there should not be any mistakes performed, especially in this mridanga. It should be performed well so that it adds the quality of the performance. With this, we finish with the 33rd chapter on the Avanadda Vadya. Namaste.